All right, so we'll do a full trade breakdown, a full day breakdown of what we saw, what we were expecting, and what we got. As you can see, the price action was pretty ugly for majority of the AM session, well, all of the AM session. So we'll jump on the 5 minute here, and this is 9:30 before market open. We have our 12 a.m. open, 8:30 open. So I saw that we were pushing up, even though it wasn't really pretty. We did have 8:30 news. Yeah, here that's where we had this big candle up down. Um, but I did see that we were pushing up above the 8:30 open and the 12 a.m. open, and we had this buy side pretty much from London highs. Right after London highs, we made highs at 5:05 a.m. So I figured, once we took these highs, we would start displacing down. Our model would come, and then I kind of got a little bit of confirmation here. So once we took these highs, this is by the way, this is regular NAS and this is micros. That's why the drawings are a little bit different. Let me this actually. So once we took the liquidity here, jump on the 15 second because that's where I took the trade from. I'm really liking the 15 second, but it can also get very messy if you're not keeping track of everything else. So we took this high, and then what I saw was a high, low, higher high. So I was like, okay, we are creating our bearish breaker to take the highs, which we did, which was literally at 9:30. 9:33 we started displacing down, not displacing down, but started breaking down, and then we were coming kind of back into this breaker. I validated this as a breaker once we broke it here with this candle. We started coming back in, and I was just waiting to see what it would do. And then I was like, all right, you know what? I'm liking it. I'm going to take shorts here. I had my stop above there. It was about 26 points. I took 4 micros. So we were good. We never got at the stop. We were, a couple points away. We were fine. So what we did next is we just waited to see what would happen. Once we broke down, I was like, all right, cool. Now we got what I was hoping for. I thought we were going to continue down, but we failed here, as you can see. As I can see, because I'm the one watching this. Once we got in, we made this candle, but then on the 1 minute, we were just failing to displace lower, failing to make a market structure shift on the 1 minute. So I got out right there. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not very confident with this. I'm going to get out for a few points. It wasn't anything crazy. And then I kind of realized, hey, we do have this 15 second SIBI. Maybe that's the reason that we're pushing back in, just to fill that and then get out. So I took that, and honestly, I didn't even put a stop loss because then I realized that we have this 5 minute. We have this 5 minute SIBI from yesterday, which is this SIBI. So I had my finger on the trigger, and I half sized this time to 4 because I just, I was like, this price action is not too clean. I don't really like it too much. I weathered this. We never got in there. We displaced down. I was like, all right, cool. This is what I want. Now we're gonna start going down. Is what I thought. And then I was like, okay, the only reason price would have to come back in here would be to fill these SIBIs. This should be left kind of as a breakaway. It's too small. And once we started breaking this, we broke it with displacement. I went, not really displacement, but a pretty hard push up. There was a little imbalance here, and we started going down. We started kind of consolidating here, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting out. I don't need to trade. Like, price is just not going to give me anything clean. I learned my lesson. We just took this sell side from 927 lows. We just took that, and what I like to see is after we take sell side, do we continue displacing? If we don't continue displacing, more than likely the trade's not going to work out too well. So when I saw this, I gave it a few minutes, didn't like it, got out. I was like, all right, so be it. So then, for the rest of the AM session, kind of chopped around. I thought I got off the charts at this point, and then I would peak once in a while here and there, and then we have the lunch. During lunch, we actually started making some movements. Now this was a clear, market structure shift here and here. I was like, all right, now we're finally going to start reaching for this sell side and the end dog, new day opening gap, which was right here on this 1 hour. You could see on Thursday, this is where we closed, and then we opened. So this is a pretty big end dog. I saw this. I did put my fib on here, and I was like, you know what? Let me see. Let me see what happens here. If we're gonna even come up to 50%, and then I had it here, and then I was like, you know what? What I was realizing was we had this 15-second SIBI, and we weren't breaking through it. We broke, mohawked pretty much up over it, came back down, came back into it, and was rejecting. So I took shorts right in the SIBI. Weathered a little bit of drawdown, not too much at all. Super, super, super tight stop loss because I was like, you know what, we're in lunch. I'm not super confident, only 7.5 points. And I only took one contract, so I was pretty confident. And then we just started breaking down and we drew straight to sell side. First I was going to put my TP at this sell side, but I was like, you know what? If these sell sides are so close, it's going to have to come here regardless. I truly believe it'll have to come here. And it did. It pushed into it, and then I got out. I did want to aim for the end dog, but I was okay. I was like, it is what it is. Like I shouldn't even be taking these trades, but I did. Right, we could have re-entered here, but this was perfect. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. We got 38 points. We got a 5R. It was beautiful, and 130's coming here. We'll see what happens. But I'm pretty sure I'm done trading for the day. I got lucky in these trades over here because of the chop. This was a clean trade, and this is all I need. This is all I need. And when I overtrade, I mess myself up. And I didn't record myself trading because I wasn't even really planning on trading. And I'm realizing when I'm not planning on trading is when I trade well, because I'm like, I don't need to trade. When I come into the day like, okay, I'm trading, I'm gonna record, I'm gonna do all this, I'm still gonna record and stuff, but now my subconscious is primed to saying I'm trading. I'm gonna take a trade no matter what. Like that's where my subconscious is primed. So that's exactly what I was doing. So when I come in and I'm like, I'm not expecting to trade, but if something shows up, I'll take it. That's a lot better, right? So I'm doing other things on the side. I'm watching videos. I'm continuing to study and try to educate myself, etc., etc. Perfect trade, 5R, 7.5 points to 38 points. Yes, we could have aimed down here. It would have been 65 points, but 38 points is plenty good for me. I'm happy for the day, and I'm done.